Hello and welcome back to Court of Swords. It's 2019. Max has got a green screen. We're all looking great. Max, did you just decide to put it back up? I gotta ask, why the green screen all of a sudden?
Because I haven't had it in a long time. Kind of that's really
I like it. I like the reason. It's because you wanted to really fit in and make the show whole again, right? That's
right. That's the real reason. Is okay. For just specifically for this show to make us feel nice and uniform. Yeah, good. Glad. Great.
Perfect. It looks great. It looks greght. Glad to have you back, green screen. We'll get into what everyone's been up to. But I think me and Dan are just going to talk about Kingdom Hearts for the next 30 minutes. So if the three of you just want to
Zeke, you want to play some Magic while these guys fuck around? Or
I was
let's pop it
thinking
open. I'll send you a
about
request.
that. God damn it, dude. The fucking addiction's back again, and it's real. It feels so good. It feels so bad.
God. How deep in the hole are you over there, Zeke, with the magics?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean when I ask that.
No, I don't. I have no idea what
you
you're
know
talking
what
about.
I mean when I ask
not
that.
Not that much. Not that much.
Okay.
I mean, like $250.
That's not too bad. I'm still proud to say that I have not ever. I've never spent a single cent in Magic the Gathering, but I did do a sponsored stream where I did request free packs. So I'm doing it right. Is basically what I'm really getting at there.
Yeah, I mean, I got my start with like massive nepotism too. Like when I started, I emailed somebody at Wizards and was like, "Yo, can you email D&D guys? Email one of your Magic people, tell them to give me a bunch of free shit." And they were like, "All right, we could do that." I'm like, "Yes, free packs."
Yep, free packs are the best packs. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
And you see, the funny thing is, I passed up an opportunity to do that because I was like, man, I don't care about Magic. And then I had like those 3 days in between Christmas and New Year's where I didn't have any games planned. So I was like,
sure,
let me check out Magic the Gathering. And that was so stupid.
That was a really bad idea.
So stupid. But I'll tell you this. All the money that I've spent on Magic has saved me money, like just being bored, like going out,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't go out. Like the little that I did has become zero.
It's become Magic time.
Save up all that money. Just put it in a special account so that in March you can change it for yen and blow it all at the pachinko parlors with me.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah. I got a Japan fund. You bet I do. You betcha. How much should I bring? Give me a figure. What do you think?
It depends. It depends on how much like bullshit you want to bring back is the thing. Like actually buying stuff.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's.
If I want to take a bubble bath every day.
You never know.
Well, Zeke, traditionally in Japan, one does not put bubble stuff in the bath. You get cleaned off in the shower first, and then the ofuro, or bath, is for relaxing. Zeke, so...
I knew that.
No bubble bath for you.
I think I knew that.
Disney.
You guys are going to live stream this, right? You've talked to the gun runs? Okay, good. Yeah.
That's the plan, yeah.
That was just a little taste of the fucking absurdity that'll be that trip. Without a doubt. Well, we got the live show next week. Scoots actually got on a plane about 3 hours ago after a 72-hour production whirlwind of ordering, building, painting, staining, just nonsense. I'm excited for you guys to see, both you as the cast and you as the audience, to see everything that's been going on with the studio. So we'll unveil that next Saturday with the live show. But I'm curious what you guys have been up to, because I think it's been 30 days since the last time we played, or 20 days. Maybe 20 days is the proper number.
Has it been 20 days, really?
Yeah, it's been a while. I didn't realize how much I missed D&D until we took almost the entire month of December off because of the holidays. So, Max, I saw you were playing some Atlas. You actually made Atlas look entertaining. So, kudos to you.
What? That's a high feat, I guess.
I was sitting there thinking, like, maybe I should jump in on.
Nope.
There's some cool looking boats over there.
Nope.
I mean,
you don't want it.
Oh, look at that
You
bear.
don't want it. No, it looks cooler than it is, honestly.
Yeah.
From a viewer standpoint. Yeah. Most of the other guys of like the late shift people I play with a lot on pretty regular basis. They've been pretty heavily invested in, especially Burke, obviously, because he's like pirate everything. And
Oh, yeah.
it's one of those games that comes along where we can actually get like a bunch of other friends and stuff that are in. So that's cool. I think they have cool ambitions and things that they wanted to do. Obviously, at this point, there's no getting around being like, all right, the UI is terrible. It's still just Arc, right? It's Arc reskin. It is.
Totally.
That's what it is. But that doesn't mean that it can't be fun. The issue that I have is it just takes so long to do anything. And part of that is a symptom of just having like these large companies, of all these different subs coming together and, trying to also tag along with the different stuff that we do. And then you have to factor in like the voices from in-game mixing in with all the voices, like 7 or 9 people that we have in Discord, which as we know as broadcasters is already way too many people.
That sounds hellish.
Yeah. And then you couple that with like the optimization problems that Atlas has.
Sure.
With it. It's just, it takes too long. The time investment for me is not worth the fun that you get out of it, because there are cool moments that happen. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm trying to be like just like an Atlas hater, but it's just not there for me. I think I've given it enough shots. Maybe I have one more time playing it, but yeah, I mean, I've played a very small amount of Atlas compared to every other crap I've been playing. But
Gotcha.
Atlas it looks cooler than it is. And if you think that was fun, great, because I was bored out of my fucking mind that stream.
I mean,
there it is. That's the skill, right? That's the skill of being a good broadcaster. Playing a game that you hate, having a miserable time, but making people think like, wow, what a great time this must be.
Yeah.
You did it, man. Top of your fucking game.
The shipbuilding and stuff is cool. Like the fact that you can customize your ships like crazy. Like there's really no limits here, like the way you want to have your ship set up. And there's like, brigs and schooners and galleons and stuff. And that's cool. But,
yeah,
I don't know. The big thing with me is like the UI and just the way that game runs and stuff. It just, a big one is the UI. It
pretty
feels so
bad.
shitty when the UI is up. And then you hit backspace and it gets rid of all the UI. And you're like, oh, this game actually looks kind of nice. And you hit backspace again and all that shitty text and UI comes up. You're like, nope, it's a piece of crap again. It's like... It's amazing how horrible UI makes the game feel like a cheap piece of garbage.
Yep. I can understand that. Completely random aside, but I'm thinking about it now. I know this won't ever come back into my brain until the day of. Can you link me the makeup that you use so we can buy a bunch? Like the little glare or shine softener that you use, Max?
You talking to me?
About? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can probably find some. I actually haven't worn that in a while.
We need to buy some
as you can tell from the shine.
Yeah, we got a lot of big foreheads, so we're gonna shine like
honestly,
a motherfucker.
The best stuff to get is those like little pieces of paper, like makeup, like kind of because in between then you can have just people come through like when we're on break. Yeah, they just sop up like the.
You think Scoots is gonna walk in and be like, "All right, let's go ahead and get you pampered here."
Yep. I mean, you can self do it. It's not like a person can't just go. Yeah. Okay. Just simple like high def powder, whatever. I mean, I'm not a fucking makeup person, but I'll link you some stuff.
Yeah, I know you had some stuff. I thought about that, so yeah, just link it.
Yeah,
cool.
Though I mean, you got to have different shit for everybody, right? Because like my skin tone and Dan's skin tone are very different. I would bring my own, but like
we're all gonna look like ghosts.
Listen, all white people do not look the same. You can't just put the same color on us. We have a slight variation between pink and yellowish pink. So like,
well, it's not a. My understanding is that powder is not necessarily makeup, so to say. It's just powder. Like there's no color to it. It's just there to soak up and not make the skin so fucking shiny, so to speak. So I don't know. Max will link it to me.
Mattifying powder. I don't know. I would wager Adam probably knows more about this maybe than I do. Maybe not. I've used a little bit. The only stuff that I've used is like this high definition powder, which of course you can adjust by how much you put on. If you put a lot more on, then yes, you look whiter.
Look, the local recordings are going to be 4K, so we need as much powder as possible. All right,
you know what? If you want to get real crazy, there's stuff that they use at like some different shoots that I've been on at like actual like gigs. And they like spray it and it like fucking just mattifies and tightens your skin. That probably gives you some sort of cancer. I have no idea. But it works real great in terms of, keeping you nice and de-shined. Weird. Yeah. That was one where they applied it. I'm like, I feel like, I think this is what it feels like to have a lot of plastic surgery on your face.
Is that just like Botox spray? What are we talking
no idea.
about here?
You just put your mattifying primer on, you get a little powder up on the shiny bits, and then you spray the whole thing down with the mattifying spray, and it's perfect. You look great.
See, mattifying spray.
But like
Mattifying spray.
Like Max says, you gotta like reapply or whatever, because that shit will not last you for 8 solid hours. Like by the end of the show, we're all gonna be looking greasy and weird.
We always look a little greasy and weird.
It's true. Like you can't. We'll never fix the greasy weirdness 100%, but we can at least put some stuff on top of it to hide it.
Yeah.
The reason that emoji exists for my channel because I'm always fucking shiny and greasy.
Yeah. Go ahead. Zeke, make a joke.
The joke is going to be something about, will the mattifying spray make me as handsome as Mercer? Because if so, I want it.
I get it. I get it. Mattifying. You spray it on yourself and you get long, shiny hair, and suddenly you start getting VO gigs.
D&D Jesus.
That's why I
AKA Mr. Matthew Mercer.
Because it was so bad.
It's good. It's a good joke.
It's good. I like it.
It's a good joke.
I understand.
I get that reference.
Adam, next week, I have this arcade machine upstairs, and it has a D&D game on it, and I've chosen you for this trip to beat said D&D game with me. So choose a class, and we'll play this. There's only 2 joysticks, Zeke. I had to choose one, and it's Adam.
Which one? Which D&D arcade game is it? Is it?
There's all of them, but we can
Shadows over Okay, so we can do Tower of Doom or Shadows over Mystara. Okay.
There's like 4 actually. There's some other not the game. It has like 30,000 games on it. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right. Well, I don't think we'll have time to beat all 30,000 of them, but we
could try. I mean, we could.
Those games
give the other
those
guys
arcade games are badass. A lot of the spells and monsters in D&D, when I think about them, those arcade games are what I think of, like the magic missile spell in it, where it's like a flying green orb, and like, oh yeah, hold person is a bunch of like wiggly rings. Those games are great. They're super fun beat 'em ups.
Never seen them. I've never seen them.
Yeah,
I own the Steam game, and I actually I bought a 4-pack of it. So again, we'll have to figure out who the odd man out is. But if you guys ever want to actually play that on stream, we can co-op it together.
That'd be fun.
Play on Steam.
Yeah, it's a cool game. The character designs are great.
Yeah, I played the fighter for about 5 minutes. And I was into it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the cleric. I think is my favorite.
Okay, all right. You're gonna go cleric then. Should be a good good combo there. Adam, besides figuring out what D&D character you're gonna play on the arcade
important
machine,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you been up to the past couple of weeks?
I did. I mean, at the end of December, I finished Vlogmas, which was cool. I had never done that before. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because you start doing things. So for people who don't know, like Vlogmas is just you do like a little short vlog every day in December, basically. And some people stop at Christmas, and some people stop at New Year's. I did one every day. And you think that like when you get started, you're like, okay, well, I'll get better at this. Like this will be faster, but there's like a minimum amount of time it takes to like record a vlog, cut it, edit it, and put it on the internet.
If anything, it gets longer.
Right? And you're like, I could do something more complicated, or I could like do it differently. And yeah, like it's cool having a regular thing every day. Like that's a pretty normal, I think, like creative thing. Like just do something every day. Like if you're working on a book, like write however many pages every day, or if you're working on a song, like practice it a little bit. Like you do something every day, and it keeps your kind of brain going. So for that, it was pretty good. But like for someone like me who's already so super busy, I was like, okay, cool. I need like 2 hours out of every day where I have to do this thing. And it was a lot of work, but it was cool. Like it's nice to look back at it and be like, I made 31 videos in a month, and they're all like pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
a lot.
Really good. Yeah, so I was just on top of all the regular Christmas stuff. I was kind of just focused on doing that, and it gets you into a headspace of like you figure out the shit that you care enough about to talk about every day. Like all of my videos are either I'm talking about photography, I'm talking about role playing games, or that's it. Or I'm just like I don't know what else to talk about. Japan, I guess, was the other one.
Yeah, that's my question. What did you like? How often did you run into the roadblock of like shit? I gotta do something interesting today. or like,
right?
What do I put in the fucking
like,
video?
It does encourage you to like get off your ass and go do literally anything and record it, right? Because you're like, it's not really your life; it's content generation. So go out and do something. Which is like, it was good. It was nice. But I also had like I was in Seattle at the beginning of the month, and Unplugged was part of the month, so I had a bunch of content from that. And I like went to visit my parents, so we went to the old arcade that I used to go to when I was a kid, and I like did a little interview with my brother just like little stuff like that. And I think it's more about like making your mundane stuff interesting. But there were a couple, like 4 or 5 of them where I was like, all right, well, I didn't do anything today. I like got up, I streamed, I made myself food, like I lived my life. So I'm just gonna ramble about that, I guess, for a minute. But I did think it was interesting looking at the feedback I was getting, like the comments, the huge difference between posting video game content and more like personal like vlog stuff. Like if you post a video game related video on YouTube, a big chunk of your content, your comments are going to be like, you suck at this.
Oh, yeah.
Your insights are boring. Fuck you. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
But all of the vlog comments were just like, thank you for sharing this. This is cool. Thanks. I didn't know about that. Thanks for making this. And I'm like, man,
it is a nice
what the hell? Where are all these where are all these nice people when I'm trying to fucking play video games?
I imagine that to probably be true too for like food vloggers or like food YouTubers or something like that. Like,
probably.
What are they going to do? Be like, your fucking knife technique sucks. Like, what are they? What are they going to?
Right. It is YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, God, he seasoned this with this. Is he crazy?
That's too much salt. He just fucking ruined it all. How could he taste that fucking shit? So bad.
You know what? I did. It was a sponsored video, but I did one a while back, like years back, for Blue Apron, and I did like the thing and followed the recipe to a T. But you know, the recipe every now and then you re-season, right, as you cook some stuff,
right,
and stuff gets cooked down. That's like normal. But everybody that didn't understand that just paid attention to the fact that through the narration, I was like, and you know, re-season with a little bit of salt and pepper. They're like, Jesus Christ, how much salt and pepper is in the fucking dish? I'm like, guys, every time I just did like a little bit. That's how that works. It says it in the instructions.
Oh my God. I just realized that the food place is probably just people telling you how unhealthy everything is. That's probably and then like what workout you should do to get rid of. Oh man, never mind. The food is probably worse than video games. It's got to be worse, without a doubt. It's got to be worse. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I was happy that on the photography ones, mostly it was people who, and I think this is a good excuse when you're like known for one type of content and you introduce your audience to some other thing. Like for me, most people think of me as like RPG guy, but when I do like content about photography, most people don't have the degree of expertise in photography to be like, what the fuck? Why are you using f2.8 instead of f4? You're a fucking amateur. Yeah. Right? Like they're just like, cool camera. How does that work? What is film for? Help me understand this. Right? But I think it's once you get into that space where people think that they're a bigger expert than you, or they're like, how dare you? 45 millimeters. What the fuck is this? Get off the internet. And you're like, come on, man. Just relax.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that was good. It was a good time. It was a nice way to spend the holiday, keep doing stuff, because there's that anxiety for every content creator ever, where you're like, I'm not doing things. I'm not being productive. People will forget about me and evaporate. And it at least helped the psychological part of that. God knows you can't make money on YouTube, but it was nice to just keep making things and feel like I was
the tree that you filmed probably flagged your video and fucking tried to monetize it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jesus, copyright strike by fur.
Your video is claimed by God. He made that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this tree belongs to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. How dare you?
I want to like form the company God and just go around claiming videos of nature videos or something.
Yeah. Free idea for the Vatican. If you need money for the Pope, Pope Mobile need a new tune-up, go ahead and just start claiming content creators. I'm sorry, this picture of the Grand Canyon, the God Almighty made that.
Well, at that point, I guess if you're God, you could just be like, "Hey, I own you." Not the photo or video of the tree. It's I own literally you anytime you record yourself. So
that's right. Yeah. There you go.
That's my next business. Silly. I'm just going to become
this conversation is silly.
I'm just going to become a copyright claimer named God.
Yeah, let's become IP trolls, but exclusively for major religions.
I wonder actually
there are
if
people
there's
who
a
do
company
that
called God
that go around and grab like buy up the rights to something and then go look for anything that might be infringing on its copyright.
Totally.
And they make
not even like just doing things to see if they can get away with it. Like the experience of getting copyright strikes on the internet is just like one time I parked my car in a parking lot and I paid for parking and I put the ticket on the dashboard and I left and I came back and I was well within the time and I had a parking ticket and I called the people at the parking company up and I was like, hey, so I got this ticket and I bought a parking ticket at the right time and I was like still within the thing. And she was like, oh yeah, sometimes they just do that. They'll just ticket cars at random just because, people don't pay, they'll pay to get rid of the ticket and they don't want to, cause a stir. And I was like, yep. That's how it works on the internet too. People will just be like, yo, copyright strike on this video. And you're like, who are you? What is your deal? And they're like, we're nobody. We just like copyright strike stuff in case, we can steal your ad revenue.
Jeez.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, come on.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just looked up in the state of Delaware. There's God Incorporated, but it's with periods at the end of them. There's no just like God LLC that I can find. So I wonder if you just can't create that company. Which really, really making me sad. I'm really not. It's killing my vibe right now that I can't go and make it. Oh well, though. Oh well. I'll just put some extra periods in there, and we'll be G.O.G. We'll be the passive aggressive God. That's what we'll be. I'm excited. Perfect. Zeke, I know you've been doing a bunch of. I guess primarily Discworld recently. We'll be talking a little bit about that. Tomorrow on Drop Frames, but anything else that's stood out in the past month or so? Just
Magic, bro.
Yeah,
just Magic.
You were on that Smash grind for a little bit. We haven't talked. We'll talk about that tomorrow too on the show. But you're super about Smash.
No, I'm not super about it. I will say
thought you were.
That. No. I love it. It's absolutely wonderful. Like being about it means I play it. I've never played it on my own broadcast and never played it on my own time. Okay. It's always just been for Men's Day, like head to head with Man vs. Game. Like when I go over to his house, we do it. And that's the reason why it took like a place in my top 10 was because of how much it just all comes back to you. The frustration, the elation at the end, like when you play minute battles rather than stock battles. At the end, you're like, I think I won. You're like, yeah. Or you're like, fuck, I did horrible. And then at the end, you win. You're like, whoa, shit, I didn't do that bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. It just brings back all those memories. And there was so many fucking parties that I went to that just were Tekken and Smash. And that was it.
Makes sense.
It was awesome. And it's a great game. But I haven't actually, like, I would have been playing it on my own. Like, that would be my home game. But right at that time, Magic, like, I got into it again. And I'm just fucking, I feel like such a loser. I feel like a heroin addict. I really do.
Wow.
I'm sitting there, like, I was late to a broadcast on Sunday. And I like typed into, like, Twitter. I was like, slept through my alarm, playing Magic last night. I'm just going to watch AGDQ. And that's what I did all day. I played Magic and watched AGDQ all day.
I get it.
It was fantastic.
I mean, I don't get it, but I could see how that could happen with a game like Magic, without a doubt.
Yeah, well, I mean, Path of Exile got you pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
And dude, I understand like your new expansion for Path of Exile is coming out. Like new fucking new cards for Magic are coming out soon.
Oh yeah, they released them that quick. Okay,
like a little over a week from now, I think. I don't know exactly.
Four sets.
You're getting on the flight, Zeke. Next, you can't miss the flight to get here. You best not.
So that's the thing. There's a pre-release event. There's a pre-release event on the Wednesday of that week, or the Tuesday or Wednesday that week, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna get up early and play a shit ton of Magic before the show. I guess I'm just going to do that because there's no way I'm going to miss it. But yeah, the Ravnica Allegiance is next week. And then we play that for 3 months and then do another one. I forgot how fast these sets come out.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. That's faster than Hearthstone, isn't it? In terms of like
it's release structure? A lot of game design. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Path of Exile does the same thing. Every 3 months, they release like a fucking crazy expansion with a whole shit ton of stuff. And you're just like, how do you actually keep this up for years at a time? It's kind of crazy to think about. So it's always cool when game developers do that stuff for sure. But yeah, don't miss the flight, Zeke. Make sure you get it. Just get Wi-Fi. You can expect.
What day is it?
You're flying Friday, so you should be good.
This Friday?
Next Friday.
Okay.
The 19th. The 18th.
I've got some time.
You've got some time.
I can plan.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got some time.
No, when I come out of a magical, it's definitely like Robin Williams, like, what year is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Mr. DansGaming, what do you look? You're just staring at me constantly for. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What is this? What are you
he literally has been like this the entire time. Just like,
what are you
My
looking
monitor's
at?
over here now. So yeah.
Oh, you rearranged your monitors?
Yeah, it's over here, so I'm looking at it.
Okay. All right. I flipped the camera so you weren't just staring off into space, but why the change? You just felt like you needed to?
I got a new monitor stand, so they're like two monitors stacked on top of each
You're
other.
breaking out of the box, Dan. What do you put your hand
I know.
down? You're destroying it.
do it again.
Jesus.
Do it again.
Yeah, try, motherfucker. Get back in the box.
Boom.
That's my limits now.
All right, I think
we're all
outside
good
the
here.
box. Yeah. So.
We're all good here. Damn it.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, cool. You've been on that Kingdom Hearts grind, which is always fun. It's a good time. What game are you currently on right now?
Currently on 2. Doing critical mode on that one.
Okay. Not too bad.
I will be watching the 358x2 movie after. I think it's better to do it after versus before.
Yeah. Is that Discord or I just went Discord. I didn't take actually any opinions on it. I just did the order of the disc.
I'm going release order, which is the right order.
Oh,
the
God,
correct
Daniel.
way, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. We're going to have that discussion tomorrow, too, because now Ko's playing the first one. He's like, these aren't half bad. What order should I play, JP? And I'm like, you don't want to have this public. This is a bad idea.
Don't open up that can of worms. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. So we're doing. I'm going to try to convince him Discorder. But have you played 358 or watched the 358 trailer, the movie before?
I've seen it before.
Okay, it's a little sluggish.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, it's a lot of eating ice cream over and over again.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of sea salt ice cream. That's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. Just constant.
First time I watched it, I had a real big craving for ice cream. I had to go out and get some salted ice cream because that's what they're eating all the time.
Yeah.
I love when that happens in a video game. When I played, I don't know if you guys played Sleeping Dogs, but every goddamn time I played that, I was like, I gotta go get a pork bun. I gotta get a pork bun right now.
Yeah.
Every time I played that game.
They do eat that a lot in that game now.
It's the same way with me with just movies too. There's some really good food in a movie or a TV show. I'm like, God damn, I want that so bad.
You know, the worst culprit though is Monster Hunter World, man. Every time that goddamn chef reveals his food, you're just hungry. No matter what, even if you just ate an entire cow right before you see that goddamn cat's food, and you're into it. You want to eat it. It's great.
They need to have an event where they serve us that kind of food. Have us Instagram it. Like that would be amazing.
Just get like the Japanese developers, the Monster Hunter Worlds, the Final Fantasy 15s that just create this amazing looking food in video games and just serve that.
Someone that dressed up as the cat and like make us food right in front of us. It'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be good. Have you watched the mobile stuff before, by the way, Dan, for Kingdom Hearts?
I haven't done anything in 2.8 yet, so
okay.
I haven't done Dream Drop Distance or the movie on there.
That mobile video is tough.
Is it hard to watch?
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's a mobile video game. Like
the crazy
they constantly want you to put in money, so it's like I don't know how to like pull a movie out of that.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing about the mobile game is that, at least for Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like critical to the story. Like an entire plot point comes from that. Like kind of the basis of the game, for the most part that we know of, comes from the fucking mobile game. So it's just kind of crazy that that's a thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm really glad I played Chain of Memories again, the card game one, because it's now one of my favorites. I finally.
Yes, we've got another one. It's the best one.
I like
it's the best one.
The combat grew on me. It took a long time. The game's not fun at the beginning when you have a bad.
No, it sucks.
It sucked really bad. It sucked. But once you start getting OP slights and you start breaking the game and you can just spam one button all the time, it's really fun.
Yeah, that's
really
good.
When it starts to shine.
Yeah.
I like that game. I hated it the first time because I never got past the beginning of the game, but I loved it the second time.
What boss? Well, this is the last thing, and we'll move on from Kingdom Hearts. I swear, guys. What's the hardest boss there for you? Because you finished it, I'm assuming. So
the hardest boss. There wasn't really one because once I got Lethal Frame, it became easy. Like they all were easy, except for the final boss, where he was flying, and my Lethal Frame was like, haha, you got to change deck now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. Anyways, go play Chain of Memories. It's worth it. And it's also important to the story if you're going to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, because the intro to 2 makes no sense if you don't want to play that game before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's so funny watching streamers be like, I'm just going to play the 2 main Kingdom Hearts game. And I'm like, what do you think happens in the second one? Can you explain the opening cutscene?
That's like watching the first and the third Lord of the Rings movie. Just like, missing the middle. Just
why is Gandalf a different color now? What's going on?
That's pretty. It's true. That's a good way to represent it for sure. Well, cool. We're all caught up. We do have some stuff to talk about before we jump into the game and before we decide goals. Max, by the way, someone tweeted goals at you. If you didn't see that,
yeah, I saw them.
Okay, good.
I'll probably just take that list.
It was a good list. I didn't think it was that bad of a list. It was pretty good. So we're doing some stuff for episode 100 in advance of it. This Friday, me and Max are going to be joining the people over at WotC on Slash. I think it's on their podcast, so I don't know if it's streamed. But we're joining them on their podcast. I think that's recording at 1 p.m. PST. And I think it's going to be put out live, or rather on iTunes and all that stuff. And then the following Tuesday, right before this show, an hour before the show airs, Adam and Zeke are going to be going on Dragon Plus and kind of talking about everything else that we don't talk about on Friday. So if you want to watch any of that, just head on over to twitch.tv/DND or just check out their Twitter account because they're going to be tweeting about it and all that stuff. What else is there? Oh, we also made some subtle changes here on the graphics. So we actually have stats on this page now that you can see next to us. We're not on the stats screen. Ooh. It looks so great.
Everyone can see my horrible stats.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't escape from them now.
It looks great. We're super into that. And then I think that's it for now. I'll probably, the other thing is, the start of this arc, which was episode 93, we started putting up on iTunes, and that's where we're going to start for now. I didn't feel like throwing 100 episodes on iTunes made sense of Court of Swords right away. That's like 400 hours of content, basically, just thrown up there for people to go and listen to. But the 93 till now, 97, and we'll start throwing them up with a week lag time between air date and post date on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. So they're up now, and if you go and review those or do whatever you do on Spotify, if you spot it, is that what you do on Spotify? Do you spot it? What's the verbiage there? I'm not a Spotify user. So spot it, like it, heart it, ping it, do all that stuff. Leave a review.
Twist it.
Bop it, twist it, all that stuff. It actually does help with getting the podcast out to new people, and we would appreciate it. So that's it for that. Let's do some goals, and then we'll actually start playing the game and see if Zeke is rolling a new character in the first 30 minutes. Take it away, Adam.
Gotta believe, buddy. Gotta believe. You gotta believe.
So, let's do some goals. So to kind of catch everybody up, the place where we're at now, you are in the dark. Aside from Berg, who on looking around can see only a ruin, a cavernous ruin. You have been transported by the magic of the Temple of the Moon from their main temple at the northern end of the Court of Swords, all the way to somewhere. The intention was that you would arrive at another moon temple, but you're in this weird cave, and the trip was fraught with danger. There were strange creatures that attempted to waylay and destroy you. But you survived the journey and arrived here. Well, we'll see about the surviving bit. Yotazo is currently unconscious, bleeding to death, and we will see if Yota
2 failed saves
continues this journey afterwards. So right now, your goals are going to likely be somewhat more strategic than usual, right? Kind of ongoing stuff because you don't know where you are. You're in the dark somewhere. So they may be dealing with this immediate situation, or it may be about kind of your larger plan, which is to get back to the Monastery of the Sun and and go from there, because this is the destination, right? This monastery is where you can kind of continue your quest. Everybody has different reasons for going there. So let's start with Ramus, because Ramus is the first on my list. What do you want your goals to be today, Dan?
We'll go with repair my relationship with Yota. Keep that one. Okay. Find the path to the cult was what we'll put it. The path, either metaphoric or literal, to lead me to the cult.
To the embers?
Yeah, to the embers.
Okay.
And then find out where we are and what happened to the place where we are in.
Yeah, right? Like, just figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Maharib, what do you want yours to be?
So we will go with I guess we'll do this, but it's more going to be a roll on Yota. But save Yota's own, protect him, make sure the group gets to safety, and also secure our landing location. And some of those are kind of blurred together, might be too close together. So you let me know if you want me to make a third one.
Okay. So let's talk about them. So protect Yotazo. What does that look like for you? Like,
basically make sure he doesn't die.
That you have. Yeah, you can work towards that every session, but I mean, we've had goals like this before where it's like you'll never know, like, that you've done it completely until he's totally out of danger.
Well, then what if it's just save Yotazo from immediate danger at this point in time, and we'll scratch the protect him. So it's basically just a roll on, like, if he lives or dies. Is that too?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's certainly a goal. If you are the one, if you want to be the one making the healing checks to save him, because I think mechanically, what's more likely to happen is that Ramus just casts a spell on him, right? And
sure,
that brings him back to life.
Okay. Maybe mechanically that doesn't make much sense then, because the protect him thing could be just ongoing.
I mean, I think the urge to protect Yotazo is good, and it certainly works. It's just one that you won't necessarily be able to know that it's done. Like, you'll be able to do it every session as long as you make an effort to keep him out of danger. But if you're okay with that, you've got 2 other goals, so that's fine. Yeah,
I might readjust or might make a new one. What about the other two?
I'm gonna put protect. I'll put protect Yotazo for now, and then what do you want your next one to be?
Make sure the group gets to safety, whatever safety is.
Okay. So out of the immediate danger you're in, get the group to safety. Okay. Okay, sure. Get the group to safety, and then what do you want your third one?
This one's a little bit similar to the second one. Would be to secure our landing location, which is kind of.
That's the same as Ramus's. That's the same as Ramus's. Like, Ramus wants to find out where you are, and you want to, like, make a camp or, like, find somewhere that, like, you can. Because right now you have no idea where you are, so your priority is, like, secure a location to like reconnoiter from, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's more about, like, establishing a perimeter around wherever you've landed.
Did you say reconnoiter?
Yeah.
The hell? Don't act like you all know what that word is or use it all the same.
No, it's a word.
No one says reconnoiter.
Yeah.
It means it's military. It's like regroup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like do recon.
Common, whatever.
You know what?
It's very military, observation of, maybe a region, Max.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
An example would be they reconnoitered the beach and maybe some weeks before
I just want to make
sure
we all knew this. I just want to make sure everyone else knew this.
Synonyms include survey and maybe make a reconnaissance of, or to explore and to scout
right, just
out.
all off the top of your dome.
Yeah, make a survey, make an observation of. Yeah. Click to know more.
Why do you keep looking to the left when you do that?
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway,
I'm just keeping it real, okay? That's all.
Would you like to make Maharib? Would you like to make your goal reconnoiter the area?
Yeah, that's going to be the goal. Reconnoiter the area.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
This is all just so we can keep the trademark of roleplay for edutainment. That's all. That's why we're doing this.
That's right. Listen, every goddamn time that I teach chat a word, we need like a button they can press where I get $1 because Jesus Christ.
That exists, but I get the money instead. So subscribe to the channel.
Shit. Yeah, right. Have you learned something from an episode of Roleplay? Go ahead and just hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Edutainment content. All right. So, Maharib, you're going to reconnoiter the vicinity.
Yeah.
And then Yotazo, what do you want yours to be?
Okay. My 3 goals are come back from the brink of death with a purpose for the future of the Court of Swords. My second one, well, I mean, I can't just say live, you know?
Yeah. Don't let your almost dying just like pass you by.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it.
The goal number 2, arrive at the Court of Swords.
Okay, technically you're in the Court of Swords already.
Okay.
And have been.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the what's
the court
city.
Right. The Court of Swords is broken into 3 like provinces, 3 major provinces, and you guys are traveling from the northern province to the Midlands so that you can go to the Monastery of the Sun, where your family should ostensibly be.
Okay, arrive at the Monastery of the Sun then.
Okay. All right. And your third one?
Can I because my one of my goals was rejoin my family. Can I make it a little bit more broad? Rejoin or learn the fate of my family?
Yes, learn the fate of my family is a acceptable goal.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Berg, would you like to discuss your goals?
Goals?
It's time. It's time, buddy.
Yeah. So, question: Did I complete Survive the Moon Bridge, or is that just something still in process? Because I did survive it, but we haven't. Okay, that one's complete. That's because we did get a decent bit of XP, if I remember correctly, from the last session for that. Okay, well then I am going to take some suggestions from Twitter, and by Twitter I mean the one that JP recommended, which also I think he only noticed because it was hashtagged with Mega Man Me.
That's right. It did pop up on my
your
Twitter thing of always searching for hashtag Mega Man Me. I got to see what the latest and greatest is on the internet about.
Right.
It, so.
Yeah. The one that I have still existing, I'm going to keep help find a cure for Ramus's ailment, because that's kind of just everything that we're doing, and I'm hoping to get a buttload of XP for that. Yotazo's current status, he was pretty fucked up, right? Wasn't he death saves and shit?
He's got 2 failed death saves. He is on the ground, bleeding out. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get a whole lot of XP for one, but just because it's interesting, they suggested use Divine Touch to save Yotazo, so I could try to use Berg's whatever.
I saw that suggestion.
And it's gone. All right, it's gone.
I just want to talk about this. So the thing about this, like, use the Divine Touch to do anything, is literally just say what I want to do, pray for a miracle, and do nothing. Yeah. I feel like relying on your divine luck is like,
it's a garbage goal. I agree.
I'm so
glad I didn't think of it. I'm so glad I didn't think. It's horrible. I agree with you, Adam. God, just don't even try anymore.
I just don't want Berg to be in a position where he's like, I kneel down and I pray so hard for Yotazo's life, and I lay my hands on him, and I have to be like, fucking nothing happens, dude. You're not a cleric.
Is there a community name attached to it, Max? We'll just go ahead and ban him, so you don't have to see any more of that. We'll just block him on all social media.
Yep. If you could just go ahead and ban JH the Hurricane, just get him out of there.
That's like a 60-month sub too, so
I guess
one wrong suggestion and he's out.
Listen, it's not that it's a bad goal. It's just that it's totally reliant on me just getting to be like, yes, something happens, or no, nothing happens, because you don't have any reliable like way to make that occur, right? Like it is very much thoughts and prayers, right? Like if someone comes to you and they're like, ma'am, I'm sorry, your son has lupus, and you're like, don't worry, I can solve this. Jesus, make the lupus go away. And then they're like, ma'am, your son has died. And they're like, shit. I wish that I had literally done anything at all. So we don't want to do that to Yotazo.
So what you're saying is that we should focus our attention to all the other reliable ways that we can accomplish goals by playing this game of complete random number generation, which also kind of gets rid of the whole reliable thing.
Dude, but, this is the equivalence. This is the equivalence of you saying cast fireball is one of my goals. Because every time I'll just be like, nope, you can't do that. It's not possible. Nope. And you'll be like, but it's my goal, Adam. I want to cast fireball. I'm going to take some levels in Wizard, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, well, considering it wasn't actually from my own dome here, I don't really care. We can get rid of it.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
This makes me not want to take any suggestions. Wow. Because Adam's just going to be like, that was suggested. It's not even from you.
Oh, look.
Fuck off.
Look, the thing is, the suggestion, it's just, there are logical problems with that suggestion. It's fine. You've come up with way dumber ideas before on your own. So
we all know that. There's no need to rehash the dumb things I've done on this stream. Come on now.
What else you got?
I actually did like the goal of speak with Agni again. I don't know how.
Well, listen, Max. So the problem with that goal is,
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, that can be a goal. I like that one. That's possible.
Yeah, let's make that one.
What do you want? How do you? So you just want to have it as speak with Agni again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if I like the number 2 goal that you saw in there. Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Well, that's what we're trying to do, right? This whole
you can the easy one here, and the one that everybody is attaching to is just like get out of this fucking bullshit operation.
Right.
Like
that makes more sense.
You're in the middle of nowhere and you don't know what you're doing.
Their other goal was pretty specific, which I'd rather just have it be a little more broad into our current scenario. That was to get Ramus to the secret door that leads to heaven. I think let's just,
but let's help the group
get out of here.
That's a pretty big goal. Yeah,
it's a pretty big one. Yeah, that's like further on down the line. I don't see that happening anytime super soon. Yeah, I'd say secure the group, get them out of our current predicament or whatever. However you want to word that.
Okay. Perfect. What did I say?
And yeah, JH, nothing against you. You created some content and some back and forth between me and Adam and him rehashing how dumb I am. So thank you for that.
It's nice because this time I wasn't just making fun of you for being dumb on your own. I was making fun of you for thinking someone else's dumb idea was a good one.
Yeah.
So it's a new flavor. It's a new flavor of our interactions. It's good. Little known bonus material. I'm just going to list up here. The first 3 hours of the live show is just going to be me and Max trying to figure out how
the goals. Yeah. So, we might have to take a break. We're deciding if we want to take a break in the first 3 hours or not, or just let them hash it out. We'll see.
Yeah. Everybody else just looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you're geared up for XP now. So we have a roll. We have a promised roll. Now I don't necessarily know if it's a wise idea to talk about the math on this roll because whenever we do that, it seems like the worst possible thing happens. But where we're at right now is that Yota Zo has 2 failed death saves, which means that when he rolls, and I cannot believe this is the first roll of 2019, he's gonna roll a d20 normally. He'd roll a d20, and if he gets a 10 or better, he gets another round to live. If he gets less than a 10, that's a failed death save, and Yota Zo expires from the earth. However, on this roll, Zeke does have advantage.
He does.
As we noted in roll 20. Big capital letters, Zeke make a death save with advantage. So Zeke's got 2d20 to roll on this one, and both of them have to fail for him to expire. Now, I know that Ramus is a cleric. He's got some tricks, but the way the initiative order was sorted out is that Yoda's got to make this roll, then everybody else has the opportunity to do something in the next, however many seconds while Yoda is choking on his own blood. So, Zeke. Will you, for me, please roll the inaugural roll of 2019, a death save with advantage?
Now, do I have to take away? I'm using my inspiration for this, right?
I can't remember why you have advantage. I think that's why.
I think
I'll take it away.
Inspiration, yeah.
Yep.
That makes the most sense.
Okay. All right. So I just click the death save, and that's it, right?
I don't know. I don't roll a lot of death saves, so.
Yeah. You click that and you're good to go. And then you just take the higher number because you have advantage.
Right.
You roll twice. Click it twice.
That's right.
I kind of want to roll them one at a time. Can I do that?
Yeah. Just go ahead and roll it once.
1d20. Here we go.
Yeah.
First one out the gate. Let's go. First roll of 2019 is a 3. Oh God.
Okay. All right. So on the second die, this is the one that counts. That one's, unless you get a 2 or a 1, this is the bad one.
Zeke, let me just put some more pressure on this. We've made a bunch of assets for both the live show and our feature on some WotC shows that are all Yotazo related. So I'm just saying,
Shut up.
some man hours are going to be lost
Got it.
here.
Here it comes. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna listen to reactions.
I can't either. Like,
ready, set, go.
oh, thank Christ.
Oh God.
Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
things have not gotten better. They just haven't gotten any worse. So Yotazo is not DOA. He does not arrive dead. The shimmering walls of the moon bridge fade away, leaving you all in darkness. The only sound anyone can hear is Yota's desperate, labored breathing in the dark as he chokes. It's a wet, gurgling sound as he chokes on his own blood. Berg, you see Yotazo lying on the ground in a pool of dark blood. You see your friends doing that thing that you see people doing in the like night vision videos where like they clearly cannot see and are like looking around. You see yourself in a divided sort of semicircular room. It has some internal walls. There's like a layer of like water or something. You hope it's water on the floor. Only like an inch or so deep. And what are you gonna do? You're the one that can see, so I'm gonna give everybody gets to do like essentially one action before I make Zeke roll again.
Seeing that Yota is having such a tough time, he's gonna try to go over and stabilize Yota.
Okay. So you want to make a medicine check to try to stabilize him?
Mm-hmm. Can I potentially kill him if I fuck that up really bad?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Like, I try to heal him by I don't know, pulling his heart out because it's broken.
Right
he needs a new one. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll healing. Make a medicine check there.
Okay. I don't have a good.
If you have inspiration, or if you have inspiration, or if anybody else does, they can give it to you on this roll.
I don't have inspiration.
Okay.
I don't have inspiration. I used it in the fight, I think.
I think so.
Or if I did get inspiration, I never checked it down. I don't remember. Very possible.
Okay. So you just need a 10 or better. You can't make it worse. You just need a 10 or better. If you can get a 10 or better, then he will stabilize.
All right.
I just pictured the magic card of Orcish Medic with like a heartness angle and like.
Yeah, right. Got it. It was broken. We throw that out. He doesn't need that anymore.
Whoop. You're
hey,
stable.
There you go, big boy. Got a 17. Nice.
So on that too.
Yeah, that's an exceptional. That would have been a 19 if you just rolled the flat die. So, yeah, Berg, you fall to your knees in the water. Turn Yotazo over. You can see him. He's choking, and you manage to like stop the bleeding, and he falls into a dangerous unconsciousness. So go ahead, Zeke, and erase your failed saves there.
Cool.
Ramus and Maharib, what are you gonna do? You're suddenly like the lights have gone out, and you hear some splashing. You hear Yota trying to breathe. You can hear Berg like concentrating and breathing hard.
I cast light on myself.
Okay, all right. So Ramus holds aloft his hand, conjuring forth light into the room. What's the radius on a light spell there, Ramus?
Just click it.
Double check.
Yeah, just
do the old clickaroo.
Cool.
There you go.
Okay, 40, 20. Yeah. Got it. So 40 feet of light, 20 of which is dim. Boom. All right. So, Maharib, you feel that like ache in your eyes as your pupils suddenly contract, and you can see around you the room in sharp contrast now that Ramus has the light on. You're in some kind of ruin. The ceiling above you is like 8 or 9 feet above. So for you, Maharib, it's like fairly cramped.
Sure.
And you're in this room. It looks like there's a like an altar or a dais behind you. There is murky water, and you can see now with the light that the water is leaking through cracks in the walls and the ceiling. Not like a ton of them. It's not like you're in a rusty submarine, but there are cracks through which water is leaking into this chamber. There appears to be an exit up a short set of stairs over this direction. Up beside you, Ramus, now that you have light, you see the two of them Berg is like down on his knees, tending to Yota, who looks like he has stabilized. Looks like he's not at risk of dying.
If I and moving my feet on the ground, if I noticed if there's like pebbles or loose rock or gravel or anything, or does it seem pretty solid?
The floor is made up of a textured like stone pattern, but it's old, right? And you could like kneel down and pick up a rock or a pebble or something.
If I
you can see in places on the ceiling and the wall roots of plants, like trees from up above, that are like breaking down into this chamber, which to you indicates that you are underground somewhere.
Can I tell if they're dry?
No, they're definitely like alive, and
there's
alive. Like water running down it.
Okay.
Yeah, the roots. Yep. Yeah.
Adam, I'm going to start channeling a spell that takes 10 minutes to cast, Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
So I'll be starting that.
Okay.
If I make a perception check, will I be able to discern more, or have you pretty much?
Well, what are you looking for, right?
I'm looking for any immediate threats. I'm looking to see if this is somewhat of a, not necessarily a trap, but if it could be a pit that we would be surrounded in. So if we need to get out of this, I think that as a fighter and as a seasoned fighter, rather, he would notice these things right off the bat with a perception check, hopefully.
Okay, cool.
So I will make one. 19.
All right, cool. It's not so much the visual stuff. I'll run you through kind of the stuff that you see. So we've got your visual senses covered. Maybe at a longer glance, illuminated by the harsh flickering light of Ramus's spell, you can see that the walls are carved here to look like human figures. You can get a closer look at them, but the walls, where they're still not broken through or where roots haven't damaged them, they have a kind of like a mosaic pattern on them, but the tiles are missing in a bunch of places. The chamber itself, you can't really determine its purpose at a glance.
Okay.
But there's nothing visual to add. You've got a pretty good handle on that. Nothing hidden. But it's the other stuff, right? So the place down here smells like mostly wet dirt and stone. It smells like damp and like a little moldy. The air is quite stuffy down here. Like there's no clear air running through. And so maybe that is a thing that concerns you, right? The idea that there's a risk of suffocation if you don't get to fresh air. You don't know how far underground you are or anything like that. And then you hear a sound, just faintly, in between, gasping breaths and, the sound of Ramus murmuring to himself. You hear water sloshing somewhere off to the east, like through that archway.
Like
I don't
rushing
need any
water?
more fights, Adam.
Sloshing in the sense of rushing water, or
no, like the sounds
walking
of someone the sounds of someone shuffling around in ankle deep water.
Okay. If I'm looking at this map correctly, I'm going to go and grab Yotazo's body and drag it behind this wall as best as possible, and I guess perch him up against the wall so he's not just lying on the ground. But I do see Ramus casting a spell, so I don't want to go too far away, so I'll just keep him right there. Okay. And you said it was to the east. It was this direction?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say east because that's like map east. You don't have any fucking clue what direction that actually is. But like, east. So there are stairs that run up, and you can see water like flowing down the stairs from up there too. Like this whole place seems to be at least partially flooded, though not seriously. You don't get the impression again that if you were to like take a pickaxe to the wall, water would start gushing in. But there's an exit out that way, and there's a broken section of wall over here that may have a cavern or something there.
Okay. I would probably know this as a character, so this is more a question to Adam than Dan. Can he cancel the light cantrip in the middle of casting a spell, or would he have to start the ritual over again? I would only know this from... Well, go ahead.
I think canceling is just sort of a free action. I can just do it whenever.
Well, the thing is, though, you're not.
I'm not a cleric, but I've been around them.
Well, no, like Ramus isn't concentrating on light. Light it has a duration of 1 hour. A concentration spell you can stop concentrating on. I think you can cover it. Completely covering it blocks the light, but otherwise it lasts unless you cast it again or dismiss it, and it's an action, which means dismissing it would interrupt. Yeah, dismissing it would interrupt your.
What did you cast light on specifically? Like, where do I see the light emanating from?
From my hand. It's like my hand's glowing.
It would have to be. I think it has to be an object, so it would be like a ring on your hand.
Oh, the ring on my hand is glowing.
Yeah.
Ramus is not going to like this. I'm going to take the ring from his hand and toss it over up to the east to try and light up the stairs to see if I can tell if anything's coming and hide us in darkness.
Ramus, can you make a concentration check for me? Maharib just starts manhandling you while you're trying to do the ritual. You're like, this has somatic components, asshole. Okay, so you're fine. You're like, stop it! They're casting a spell as he's like trying to get your ring off.
I mean, I'd go up to him and be like, Ramus, give me the ring. I'm trying to light the stairs.
God, you're like a toddler whose mom is on the phone. Like, Ramus, can I have your ring, Ramus, let me see the light spell. And he's like, I'm in the middle of something, honey. I'm casting a spell right now, Ramus. All right, he can push through it and let you take the ring off.
Okay.
But he can't interact with you in any way.
Sure. Okay. Well, if I get the ring off, I'm going to toss it to the edge of the darkness that I can see, so that I know the ring's still there.
I'll give it its own light source, and I'll take the light source off Ramus.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this toss a dex toss?
No, you don't have to roll anything. Okay. You don't have to roll. It's just a ring, right? So you just fling it. It's a ring. You're pretty strong. Okay. Well, it lands like over there. So you fling it, and it plump, lands in the. You hear the splash. You can hear it land in the water over there.
Lands in the water. Okay. I don't have any other actions. I'm basically just going to stand here and wait for Ramus's spell to go off and keep my eyes on the light right now.
Okay. So now, what's interesting is the ring, because it glows with a fire-like light, right? It looks like a torch, so It has this kind of like flicker to it. But now it's sitting in an inch of water, so the light pattern we're seeing on the walls and the ceiling is distorted and kind of like moving slightly because it's glowing up through the water, and it's unnatural to see a flame burn underwater.
Right.
So we see it just kind of like sink to the bottom and land. Berg, you've secured Yotazo's safety, and Maharib kind of dragged him around the corner and then through this ring. What do you want to do? Because you can still see. You've got a pretty good handle on what's going on around here.
Yeah. So the situation is obviously we move Maharib into cover. Their positions are still accurate in terms of where Ramus and okay. And there's something sloshing in the water towards us. Or just sloshing in the distance?
You don't know that.
Yeah, we hear sloshing water.
I don't.
Maharib did, but you haven't heard anything.
Oh, okay.
Berg have shitty hearing?
No, it's just that Maharib stopped to like listen.
Yeah. Because he made us aware of it, though, is what I'm asking, I guess.
No, I don't think so. I think he just took Ramus's ring off and hucked it.
It's an incredibly selfish thing to do to keep that information to himself.
It's not on purpose. I'm just keeping it to myself and watching. I'm forgetful that there's other people with me. It's kind of like
it makes sense to be kind of
mode
disoriented. Yeah. I mean, if we're not, are we still in? We're doing combat turns right now for some reason,
Nope.
right? No. Okay.
No, you're fine now. That was just to keep track of how often I had to get Zeke to roll.
That's where my head was in because we were still going like 1 to 1 to 1. You know.
Mm-hmm. No, I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to do something. Nobody's spoken yet. Ramus immediately
that's what I was
like,
going to say. Why we haven't
lights on, and then just drops to his knees and starts praying, right, doing the fucking sutras.
So we're standing in like this semicircular or circular room with like walls and stuff. That you said it has like some sort of liquid or fluid on the bottom, like a little bit of it.
Yep. Yeah, murky water, hopefully.
And it smells pretty dank.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to make a perception check? Because it sounds like you're stopping to like look around, like I would.
Mahari before potentially saying anything, it'd be nice to get a little more detail on his surroundings. He actually pulled this up for some reason. I cannot pull that up. Hold on, my multiple monitors are fucking things up. Give me a second.
That's fine. You have to have at least 10 intelligence to operate more than one monitor at a time.
No, what's happening is because of the dual PC setup, my capture card reads as another monitor, so I had to bring up OBS on the stream PC in order to grab that.
It's actually a legitimate complaint. I've had that.
Exactly. That's why that's real. That's why I had to say it. Okay, perception. Here we go.
Do it.
Nice.
Okay. I know nothing.
Hell, you got a 4. So all that stuff is true. You're in underground. There's water on the ground. There's some tree parts coming through the ceiling in some places, and nobody's talking to each other, and everybody's on edge. Things are tense.
Yeah. I guess I'll just burgle in hushed tones, be like, "What now? Where are we?"
I guess I like reach out to Berg. I don't know if he's 5-10 feet away from me.
Yeah, I'm probably like right next to you.
Okay. Yeah. I reach out and
you actually can't really see Berg anymore.
Yeah, I can't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So my hand goes in the direction of Berg. Don't know if it hits him or not.
I kind of love Maharib's priorities here, where you're like, I want to be able to see the entrance to the room, and I don't care about what's near us. Like, you're just staring out of the darkness at this little pool of light in the distance, just in case something walks by.
Sure, yeah. So my arm reaches towards Berg, so Berg would see it. I don't know if I necessarily hit Berg or not.
Berg.
I don't know how big a 8-foot man's wingspread is or arms are, but it's probably quite long. It's not 5 feet, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Yes, it's fine. Like Berg, you can see that he wants to get your attention. You can go over there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a snap happens to get his attention because I can't see if he's paying attention. But there's a snap, and you just hear like the word silence.
Or like goes to speak again, but then doesn't say anything.
Need light spell.
I try to think what, and I guess I don't know. I'll start walking towards the ring, towards the edge of the light. So I'll probably get up to like right here, to where I'm still in the shadows.
You head over there and
quietly. If you want to make a stealth roll, it's with disadvantage, but I will.
If you want to try to be stealthy, you certainly could.
Splint armor I think still gets disadvantage. So
I always thought the idea of trying to be stealthy in like a pool of like a couple inches of water was funny.
It'd be very challenging. Yeah,
I'm gonna try, but yeah, it's a 6.
Okay. All right. You do not do a great job.
Yeah,
it's very challenging being stealthy.
Slosh,
so there's
slosh.
there's some sloshing, and also you're wearing like fairly heavy armor.
Splint now,
yeah.
If only
your
you
armor
had
is
the power
clinking.
of Jesus on your side, you could have walked on that water.
Yeah, but then you'd get a copyright.
God Incorporated. I should have asked for it.
This is our switch. This is our switch that I mentioned in chat. We're changing over to all Christian.
That'd be a very
are none of us wearing
turn.
like our Explorer packs or whatever packs you chose at the beginning? Because I know I have it written down on my fucking character list with torches.
Oh, I know there's torches in it. I just don't want another light source.
Okay.
Yeah, he's being careful.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you start to move towards it. Sure.
Okay. and I'll get up to like right here, and I guess see that there's a door. So I'll like line my back up against it, and then just do like a quick take, poking my head in, poking out real quick, scanning the room.
Okay. Yeah. So you take a look. You can kind of see through this crack in the wall. There's like a cavern behind it, but at a glance, you don't see anything inside.
Okay. Is the sloshing getting louder?
No. If you stop, the loudest thing is Ramus, right? Chanting, cast the spell.
If he's really loud, then I kind of drop the sense of suspicion, I guess, basically, and pick up the ring, and I'll even put the ring on and go back towards Ramus.
Okay. So you walk over, and let me give you the light aura here. So you walk over and you pick the ring up.
Yeah.
It will definitely not fit your finger. Like you could maybe jam it on one of your pinky fingers.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I make my way back, but I'm also gonna do the best job I can to like hide the light from being a perfect sphere.
Okay.
So that it just lights us and not in front of us. If that makes sense. Kind of like.
Yeah. To fill the room, but not just like broadcast down the hallway.
Yep.
Okay. Sure.
And then I continue waiting for Ramus.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think that'll be the next thing that would happen, right? Unless anybody has something they want to do, you just hunker down. You wait for Ramus to finish the spell. Ramus, you finish your spell.
Okay. Everyone heals for 21.
Nice.
For real?
So.
Whoa.
Yota Zo. You awaken. But you awaken as if from a strange dream. As with many dreams, you don't remember the beginning of it. It simply is. You simply are in it. You are in your family home, the place where your family lived when you were, I don't know, like a very young, like a child, just like a little elephant. And you yourself are an adult now, but you are in your childhood home. What does it look like? Is it an opulent palace? Is it a austere monastery? Where do you find yourself?
I think I honestly I view myself in. I mean, it's a very nice home. It's not a palace, but it's like more of a mansion. It's big. There's stone pillars. There's art on the walls. Things are gilded around me. Lots of white and gold. Paintings made of my mother and father and our family, like our ancestors and stuff like that. Do like dual staircase, the whole works.
Yeah, it would be like if it were in the Court of Swords, it would be like a big, beautiful, open, like stone chamber with like very ornate stonework, and it would like allow the air to like blow through. And yeah, it's got kind of like a temple vibe. There would be like pools, like reflecting pools and stuff all over the place. Yeah. Okay. So you envision this place, but everything is on fire. Everything is burning, and it is a perpetual burning. It's not like the fire is not consuming the portraits of your family or the tapestries that hang on the walls. It's not burning up the plants, but you can feel its heat. The whole place is on fire. And you hear one of your parents calling you from another room. Which is it? Is it your mother or father?
My father.
Okay. All right. Do you go to him?
Absolutely.
Okay. And this is a calling not of distress. This isn't like Your father doesn't seem troubled. He has the same tone that he often has, as you remember as a child. Like, he has better things to do, or he's got more important things to do. He's always very busy, but he needs to speak with you, and so you better get in here quick so he can get back to doing what he was doing. So he's calling for you, and you go to him. Where do you find your father? Like, what if you're in your subconscious, if you were to imagine your father in a place in your home, where would he be?
I picture him in some sort of like a library or a study, and it's kind of a wreck. There's books and maps and all kinds of stuff. Like, it's his hobby room. I mean, he's like an amateur cartographer kind of a person. He has he's well off, lots of leisure time on his hands. So he spends a lot of his free time in that room.
Okay. All right. So when you go into this room, and this is the only time you were ever allowed in here, right? Is if your father is here and he invites you in. If he ever caught you in this room alone, you would be in grave trouble. But you walk into the room and you see that the room is in the middle of being packed up. There are crates all over the floor, and the servants of your family, mostly humans, maybe a few orcs. You see them. There's maybe 4 or 5 of them in here, and they are going among your father's shelves and taking books down and placing them into these crates. Now, the crates are on fire. Your father's desk is on fire. The floor is burning. The books are not on fire, but as each servant takes a book down, it bursts into flames, and they place it into the burning crate. You recognize your servant's garb. They wear a uniform in service. You recognize them, but every time you try to catch a look at any of their faces, they don't seem to have any. They just have like a flat, a featureless expanse where a face might be.
God damn it! It's like you're reaching into my fucking head. Like, seriously, like I can't see anybody's face in a dream. Is that
your
like
father?
Everybody?
Yeah, your father is in the room, and he is dressed not in the usual clothes you would find him in his home. You find him dressed in funeral garb, like prepared for being buried, not someone attending a funeral. He's wearing a white kind of like a folded cloth outfit. His tusks are like anointed with dye, and he looks like a body that is about to be like put into the ground, or cremated, I guess is the custom. But he's not facing you. He's looking out a window, and you can't see out the window. Like, if you try to look at what your father's looking at out this open window, you find yourself like confused and you can't focus on it. And so you walk into the room, and your father addresses you without turning. He doesn't turn to face you, and he says, "You haven't packed yet, boy. Why? The time to go is almost here."
I don't want to leave, Father. I want to stay. I want you to stay.
We've been over this time and time again, Yota. Your mother and I have to go.
Why?
Because, and he turns and he looks at you, and he's got his like funerary makeup on. His eye sockets are empty, and he's like the only thing in the room that is not on fire. In fact, he seems to be like rotting, almost like he's been in the grave already, like he's coming apart. And he turns this ghastly face towards you, and he says, "Because you have failed us, Yota."
How have I failed, Father?
You should have been here when the fire started. All of this is happening because of you, because of your absence, your arrogance. You left your family here to die, and now we must go. They are waiting for us in heaven. Your mother has gone already, and you are too late to say goodbye.
And you see,
as he's speaking to you, one of his tusks like breaks off and falls on the floor and like crumbles like a piece of chalk.
I fall down to my knees and I like crawl, like get as close to him as I can with my hands out. How do I fix this? I need to. If I can't fix this, take me with you.
And he shakes his head and he kind of brushes you off, and he says, "You cannot come with us, boy. Your new friends have seen to that." And you hear a voice through the crackling of the fire. You hear a greasy, sort of slithering voice chanting a prayer for healing somewhere far away, and it's getting louder and more urgent. And with a sneer, your father looks down and says, "I hope your pilgrimage was worth it, boy. We never approved of this discipline of yours. Now," he gestures, "now it is all fire and blood. You've come home too late."
And then hearing the crackling of the fire is very sad and familiar due to what happened previously at the monastery where I first trained. I don't have I told anyone that story?
I don't think so. I think it's illegal to have a flashback during a dream sequence, though. So
okay, cool.
We should probably.
I'll just say that the crackling of the flames is very familiar to me.
Sure. Yeah. And we hear Yotazo's sad theme like rise up in the soundtrack.
Yeah. And I turned the sadness and the regret into anger, and I stand and I look at my father and I say, there are many things that I regret, that I take the blame for. But for whatever happened to you, I will not.
Yeah, and as this is happening, as you're like staring down your father, the flames continue to burn, but their heat and their sound kind of fades, and over superimposed on the scene is the dark cave, the flickering of light. We see Maharib and Ramus and Berg appear. Until you find that you are suddenly not where you thought you were, and you have this kind of fog in your head, but you're waking up. You're in this room. You feel the pain of the moon, the lunar demon's claws, and then suddenly, you're leaned up against a wall in a cave room somewhere, taking a deep breath of dank air, and Ramus has just finished his prayer, and a healing wave like washes over you.
And I think when I get up, I'm like psychosomatically like coughing from the flames and the smoke.
There's immediately I immediately run over to Yotazo and cover his mouth with my hand and say,
this big meaty hand comes over my mouth and I just stop. I freeze.
Yeah, and I look. I'm probably like 3 inches right next to him, like eye level, staring him directly, and I just say, "We completed the journey. We are waiting for you. Can you move? Nod your head." Okay, I take my hand off. I look to Berg and Ramus and say, "Are you two ready?"
Once I have my property back.
Would you rather be the first target? I hold the ring in my hand.
I can switch the spell to a different object.
Okay, yeah.
That ring means a lot to me. Comes from the monastery.
I apologize. I flick the ring back while he's trying to describe it.
And as you do it, I cast a spell, and instead it's your sword that's lighting it up now, versus the ring.
Okay, let me make that happen.
Is there any, Adam, when he cast magic on the sword, is there anything that would happen with that? Is that, I mean, you tell me if that's cool, if that's kosher.
I think it's fine. It's possible to enchant it, but
would Bahath
the fire
say
takes,
no?
The fire takes on it takes on a different tenor, right? Like the fire that Ramus conjures and the fire that springs from the pommel of your sword, from the eye and the end of your sword, is different. And you feel like a sort of semi-conscious sort of shifting in the sword. And everybody else sees the flame. And Ramus, you know what your light spells look like, and this is not that. Same effect, but it looks different. It burns brighter. It's like a clearer light.
Okay. I look right at Ramus and just say, he knows you now.
It's ominous.
Great.
You didn't ask. And I'll turn. I want to start walking towards this area.
Yeah, go check that out. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll, before I get to the thing, I'll say, Berg, you're in front with me.
Sure. Just remember to look up always.
Yes, of course.
So in the back here,
he just not.
Yeah, it's look up. Spiders jump on you. So you take a look in the back. Yeah, this wall has collapsed. There's debris kind of all over the floor, and there is a sort of natural pocket in the back, a natural cave behind this broken wall. It doesn't look like it collapsed intentionally. It doesn't look like it was damaged on purpose. It just looks like the weight of the wall behind it kind of fell through.
Are there
plus it's been eroded by dirt and what have you.
Is there a wood frame as if this was once man-made sort of and dug out, or is it just a cavernous?
Yeah, it just looks like there's a pocket of rock and dirt. It's not like being in a deep stone cavern. There's roots and stuff poking through it. It's compressed earth. It's a mixture of rock and soil. So if you're underground, you're probably not that deeply underground.
Right, if it's soil, yeah, rather than granite or anything deeper in the ground, basically. Because I think I would pick up on that. Okay. I think once I investigate that and see that it's a dead end, I'll go up here and say, there was sloshing up the stairs. I'm not sure what it was. Someone was walking. Water was running into a pool. I'm not sure. But that is our destination.
So Berg, when you come around the corner, so Berg, what do you do when you see these things? Do you just stop and stare, and Mahari realizes you're not listening to him, or
I think
do you point? Do you draw your weapon?
Yeah, I think for a moment I just I see what I see, take in what they are, and then just back up right back here around the corner.
Okay.
And then tell what's it called, Maharib and the others. I mean, you'd have to tell me the description of them, but that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah. So what you see is vaguely human shaped, 2 arms, 2 legs, awful ash gray and black and white skin, long fingers with talons on them, draped in rotting cloak maybe, but it's their face that's the worst part. They've lost any semblance of features, or they have no ears, no nose, just a single gaping black mouth, back toothless mouth, and 2 sunken holes where their eyes would be. And the 2 of them are shambling towards you in the hallway, kind of seeking, almost as if they're like sniffing at the air, but just like waving their heads back and forth and silently kind of like staring with their empty eyes.
You know what, too? When I walked forward back from like where we were with the dead end, I was like, should I go that square out forward, past the little ledge there? I'm like, it's probably fine. And then I'm just like, oh shit.
Okay. Do you say anything, Berg, when you back up? Because I definitely.
Yeah. So I said that. I say the description of like
2 creatures.
And then the description of them.
I do not know if they saw me.
Ramus, kill the light. Berg, you let us know if they spot you. Or spot us.
Yeah, Berg nods.
And then I also put my arm in front of Yota and like back him up behind me. So he's not the first
So
one.
now they're close enough that you can hear them. You can hear their like clawed feet splash in the water. And they're moving into they like move into the room. You can hear them coming closer and like walking around and kind of like searching.
Does Ramus cancel the light spell or no?
No, I leave it on.
Okay.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can see. That's my hunch.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just waiting for the light to go out at this point and probably hesitating in terms of the next action because I'm waiting for an action to occur.
Okay.
So I'll give it a second to see what they do, to see if they walk towards us, etc.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just check the range on something. Yeah, I need actually yeah, there's no save. Maharib and Yota, you both take 5 damage.
Okay.
Like you feel like a pain in your chest and you like hold up your hand and like the skin on the back of your hand and on your arm is starting to just like die, like it's peeling, like you have a bad sunburn. And both of you feel this like kind of whining sound in the back of your head as these things as they get closer.
Yep. The second I take damage, I immediately charge towards them.
Yeah, you're just gonna like rush out, like no, fuck this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean they're gonna be in our general area soon, so I'm fucking. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Because nobody is surprised. So everybody can roll.
Initiative times. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah. Do it.
Fantastic.
Do the thing. Okay. Cool. So they're slow to react.
Nice.
Now, this is not like disease, poison, nothing like that, right?
No, that is correct.
Okay.
You are necrotizing.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. All right. Berg, you see Maharib like poised for battle. What are you gonna do?
Charging up a rage. I'm gonna go headlong. Okay. Here's one. Should be this one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mark rage.
Okay. I'll put your rage on here.
The moment you enter their vicinity, you take 20 damage.
You say that, but okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So bonus action to rage. You rush forward toward the nearest one, which looks up at you with its silent face, mouth open wide, and you crash into it, swinging your hammer. Okay, you hit.
Okay. First hit during, yeah. So we've got another 1d6 plus 5.
Right. Your hammer is not turned on yet, so it's just the 14. But you also get your 1d6 plus 5 for the first hit. Yeah. That's okay. It takes a bonus action to turn the hammer on. So you get one or the other.
Can I whisper?
So you run forward. You run forward in rage. Run forward. No, because you don't have another bonus action. Run forward in rage. Your rage is on, so you do the extra 3 damage, and you get your radiant feature damage. So roll a d6 plus 5, and then you have your second.
Oh yeah, that's what I was rolling. I wasn't rolling the. I thought you were saying we couldn't do 5.
You're good. Nice. Okay, so 14, and then 3, and then another 9. Okay. All right.
Then second hit. Yay.
Nice. Yep. Okay, so this one is another 14, plus 3 for the rage. Okay. All right. You're good?
Yep.
You did your attack action, your move action, and your rage. All right. So at the end of your turn, you take 10 necrotic damage.
Fantastic. They just
take 10 necrotic damage.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right. Yotazo, it is your turn.
I would love to do a history or religion check to see if I know what about these things are.
Yeah, if you want to take your turn, you like look around the corner, have a look at them, and try to figure out their deal. Yeah, make a roll. I think in this case, history wouldn't do it, but like Arcana would. Arcana or religion.
Let's go religion then. 13.
Okay. It's the face. Like you recognize the face of these things. And I think you would know that they are a form of undead that are caused by improper or impure like burial ritual. So if a funeral is corrupted, either on purpose or the ritual is not performed properly, sometimes instead of a body burning away and turning to dust, the body shrivels and hardens and hollows out and becomes one of these things. So they have like corrupted human souls trapped in them, which is what gives them life.
Okay. Does it say anything about like not looking at them or not touching them or something like that? Like whatever you do, don't look at them or something like that.
I think on a 13.
Like a bedtime story.
Yeah, right. Like on a 13. Yeah, maybe there is like you want to stay away from them basically. Like they have, and this is a thing that you are learning. They have like an aura of death.
Okay.
And and being close to them is harmful. Like you were always taught, if you see one, like run away.
Okay.
Stay at a distance.
Okay. Then as I kind of peer and look at these things and I think back, there's an I don't know, ancient Loxodonian. Would that be like the proper way to say it? Like Loxodonian, like the story about these things. They probably have different names throughout, like whatever village you happen to live in or whatever. If you don't bury your dead right, and it kind of comes back to me in bits and pieces. But I look at Maharib and I say, well, I don't even just say it just to him, but I say it so everyone can hear. Don't get close. They'll rot you like they are rotten.
Okay.
Yep. And you can still move on your turn.
Okay. Let's see.
Oops.
Shit. Well, I'm going to. So even from this distance, I got hit with like 5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I suggest we back up and let Ramus, burn them. And I move back to there.
Okay. All right. You do not take any damage at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So, Maharib, at the beginning of your turn, I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
Okie dokie. Here's the first one. That's a 1.
Okay. Perfect.
Did I already use... Did I use... I don't know if I've used Indomitable since in the last fight, because I could re-roll that. Were there con saves last fight? Do you recall when we fought the chain gang? The dragons? I don't know if there was.
You did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, here's the second roll then, because I can't make... 15.
Okay, so you save on the second one. For this first one, now normally there would be an effect. Thankfully, you can't suffer the worst effect on this one, even on a crit, because you're got a +9 to your Constitution. But you still take some damage. So what happens is that you look at the things like to get ready to fight them, right? You look up, you're like, okay, which target am I going to go for? And you look just for a moment too long into the vacuum that was once their eyes, and you feel a terrible pain like wash over you. So you're going to take some psychic damage, and then we'll talk about your options for next time. You take 16 damage.
Okay.
And now, if you want to, you can avert your eyes to avoid making the save. But if you do, you have disadvantage on any attack rolls against it. So when that happens, when you look at it and you're like, you feel your fucking soul getting sucked out through your eyeballs, do you like look away and close your eyes but still go to try to fight them, or do you do you want to keep going after them?
I think I'm just gonna go after him. I'm gonna ignore what Yota said, because I think it goes against the. I think Maharib would not just sit there and let Berg fight by himself, because he already gave a directive that he was gonna fight, and then if he just like
you can run up,
do your own thing. Good luck.
you can still run up and fight. Like averting your eyes doesn't prevent you from fighting. It just means you have disadvantage.
Right. And if I don't avert my eyes, I just take more damage. Is that what
you have to make that saving throw basically every turn.
Every
you
turn?
Start your turn. Yeah.
What? So that's how they deal damage, whatever, if you don't avert your eyes. Or
one way that they potentially deal damage, yeah.
Yeah, they've got claws.
Was there a particular reason I didn't do any saving throw after I did my combat? Did you just assume that I was just
I completely forgot to do it to you, so you just got a free round without it.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Well, I think regardless, I'm going to use second wind. My last second wind is a bonus action this turn. So I'll just roll that real quick.
Okay.
Wait, why is it not? It doesn't want to roll. I'll just do the D10.
D10 plus 10.
Yeah. So 14.
Thanks.
So I'm at 55. I'm just gonna run at them and not avert my eyes and see and do my 2 attacks.
Hopefully, just tear them down before they can do too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. If we do that, that's 5 and 20. Okay, so that's what I do. So I move here, and then I'll take my 2 attacks.
Nice.
Attack 1, 23.
Yeah, you hit.
13 damage.
Okay.
And second attack, 13. Fuck.
The 13 is a miss.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So the first swing, your sword bites into the graying flesh of the creature, and it staggers away with the force of it. And then you take another swing, and it like hides away from your blow. And you swing just a little short.
Okay. And then that's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you take 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Ramus, it is your turn. Same thing. 2 Constitution saves, please.
Okay.
Oof.
11-6.
Okay. So the first one deals you some damage. So you're gonna take 3d10. So the first failed save deals you 22 damage.
Jeez, nice rolls, Adam. God.
The second failed save is by you have failed by more than 5. You drop to 0 hit points.
Okay.
So Ramus, like you same thing. Like you look at the thing, you feel a terrible like dread clutch at your heart, and your heart stops. And Yota, you just see Ramus like fall to his knees.
Well, he hears him. We can't see him. It's dark.
Yeah, face down. He's still got some light from the light.
I can't
like
see
a
them,
little
so
bit
it's
of like haze. Yeah, he's got a little bit of haze. And then you just hear Ramus like thump and like fall on the ground. All right. It is the creature's turn. So silently, they will attempt to get at you. So Berg, this one approaches and takes a swing at you with his fist.
You stuck, nerd.
Actually, you know what? This one's still far away. Berg, make a con save.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. Nothing happens. It just stares at you with its empty eye sockets, and because you have that's for some. You're gonna take half damage from this. So, and then halved again if you have protection from necrotic. Let me roll and see what happens. So you take oh Jesus, you're lucky I rolled real bad. You take 7 damage, 7 necrotic. So it just stares at you with its withering gaze, and then that's it for its turn. It just looks at Berg and tries to kill him with his eyes. Yeah, you don't have any necrotic anymore, so you just take the 7.
And so these things do just damage outright at the end of the turn, regardless. And also they have a staring thing that also causes potential damage if we fail the con save. Is that what it is?
They have an aura that causes necrotic damage. They have when you start your turn within a certain distance of them, you have to make a saving throw, or you can avert your eyes. And then they have 2 attacks. They have a fist attack and a withering gaze, which is what he just.
Yeah, it makes no sense to avert your eyes. That we want to try to do as much damage without.
If you avert your eyes, it's you have disadvantage to attack it.
Yeah, that makes no sense. We just
okay,
try
and
to
then
tank them as much as we can. I don't even know if that's gonna work. They're pretty dangerous.
Yeah. The other one is already in melee range, so it's gonna lash out with its fist. Let me roll to see who. Let me see. 1 is Maharib, 2 is Berg.
Okay.
Coin. Okay, so Berg.
Yay, lucky me.
Fist.
It's actually probably better because you're gonna
get that weak shit out of here.
Yeah, gets a 16. So he just like swings out at you with a fist, and it bounces off your armor. Okay, Berg, it's your turn.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but concentration drops on light, right? Because Ramus is down.
Nope. No, it lasts for an hour.
Okay, good.
That's the great thing about a light spell. It will just continue to go. You're fine.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Okay, so Berg, you are already raged. You can use your bonus action to turn your hammer on now, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Shake, get that extra damage. Okay, and then you get to attack. So you get 2 attacks.
Yeah. I'm considering reckless attack, and then averting eyes.
I would give, because it gives him advantage on punching you, but the eye beams don't work on advantage anyway. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just need to
probably
get it
makes
down.
the most sense right now.
Yeah, just get it down as fast as possible.
That's a good call. Yeah, because then all you're looking at is the punching attacks get advantage.
Yeah,
but you haven't seen how much damage they do yet. But whatever.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do you avert your eyes, or are you making 2 Constitution saves against the gaze attack? Because at the beginning of your turn, they're trying to like lock eyes with you with their like empty soul sucking eye sockets. If you avert your gaze, you don't have to make those saves, but you're at disadvantage to hit them.
Well, I think that would be the point of doing reckless attack, right? So that way.
Okay. All right.
Cancels.
So you do look away. Yeah, you're like shit. Don't look him in the eyes. And then you reckless attack, so it's just regular attacks that counters the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Do it.
Okay, and then we did the. I'm gonna just paste it in chat because I want to, or I just want this to be there. Does it go? Damn it! Here we go. Whoop. I'm doing the it's lit feature.
Nice. Sick. All right, cool. So the hammer, the hammer bursts into flame, which actually gives you a little bit of dim light. So Berg glows a little bit as the hammer erupts. The hammer of heaven is charged and ready to go. So now you can take the attack action. And yeah, you do have an extra +1 to hit on these.
We were talking about it before.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So
Usually
anyway, a
just
26
edit it,
and a 26 and a 27 are the same goddamn thing. So you deal 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll a d6 plus 5.
Yep. D6. 5.
Okay, another 6 and let's see, so 10, 16, and then you do 2d6.
Now we do the 2d6
radiant damage from the hammer.
Just 2d6 plus what was that?
Just /r space 2d6. Just an extra 2d6 rating.
It's just 2d6. Okay.
Oh wait, you know what? We did it already. The macro's got it. It's 5. You got a 5 on there. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 15,
oh yeah, okay, that's
21.
21.
All right.
Yeah.
So 21 is enough to kill it. You ignite the hammer and swing it in a luminous arc, shattering the thing's feeble body, which crumbles to dust, and its filthy robes splash into the water. The other one over here is still staring at you with its filthy eyeballs. You can just jump on it. You can move and attack.
Yeah.
Finish that round.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Then use my second.
Take a quick sidestep, letting the hammer carry you, and swing the hammer again.
Same deal. The attack and everything. Oop.
Okay, 18's a hit. Yep. So
roll.
19. And then that's it. You don't have the 1d6 because you already used it on that last one. So it's 19, 20, 22 damage.
Cool.
Okay. End of your turn, you take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
All right. Yotazo, you are outside of the range of the gaze attack. You feel Ramus collapse against you and into the water. What do you want to do?
This is where you see like my elephantness put in work. So you see I reach in my pack and I grab some rope. I start grabbing it, and I'm tying it to the handle of my jug, like that. And while I'm doing that, my trunk reaches into my pouch on my belt here and fishes out a little vial, it's a potion of healing, a little vial.
Yeah, healing potion.
Fishes it out. It puts it in my mouth. I pull the cork out and spit it as I'm tying.
Right.
And as soon as I have a knot, I lean down and gently put my foot on Ramus's chin to open his mouth.
I was gonna say Ramus. Yeah, Ramus is like one of those pop-top garbage cans where you just kind of step on his foot and he's like, opens his mouth and pour it in with your trunk.
Yeah, I just put my foot right here and just dump it in with my trunk and get ready to throw my jug out at the fucking guys, the bad guys.
Awesome. Sure. And if that's all you're doing your turn, all of that stuff is totally fine. You tie a rope around your thing so you can now kind of use it as a thrown weapon and pull it back. And you you heal Ramus. What kind of healing potion is it? Just a regular
2d4 plus 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Nice work. Because that'll get Ramus back up for his turn. So yeah, go ahead and roll the 2d4 plus 2. And then
9, not bad.
Okay. All right. So Maharib, you are not averting your eyes. So make a Constitution roll. Constitution save.
Oh god! Okay. Come on, I have a +9 in this shit.
I know you got +9.
Fucking 22.
So. Nice. Okay. All right. So on a let's see, on a successful save, you don't take any damage. Okay.
Thank Christ. I'm good to go.
Okay.
Because there's only one up, so I only make one. Okay, I got it.
Yes, there's only one.
Yeah, I'm pissed. So I'm just charging straight at this thing. Okay. It's almost like It looks like I'm about to shoulder slam it, but the last second I like lunge forward with Bahath and try to run through it.
Nice.
26.
That is a
Assuming
hit.
that's a hit. 16 damage.
Yep. Okay.
Second hit. 21. Assuming that's a hit. 17 damage.
It is. Nice.
Still up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I intern. That's all I do.
Okay.
I think I intern with
okay.
my sword like in the center of it. Like it ran through.
You're just hacking into it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Ramus, you wake up with the unmistakable taste of healing potion in your mouth.
And I threw the vial, and you can feel like my wet trunk, like trying to like slap you up, like get up.
Right. Wake up. Elephant nose is smacking you in the face. You reach out and you like pull yourself up by a tusk.
I stand up, looking away from it. And I walk backwards, 15 feet, and I cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice. Okay.
So it's swirling around me, and he should just be inside the aura.
Okay.
Well, if they don't know we're down here, they will in about 5 seconds.
The aura of shrieking Ramuses burst forth, flaming spirits flying around, screaming in anger. Cool. All right, Ramus.
No longer Christmas
at the
themed as well, so they're not singing. Jingle
At the
bells.
end of your turn, Ramus, you take five necrotic. Take 5 necrotic damage and make a concentration check
Okay.
as you slowly necrotize.
11. I passed. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Advantage.
I was like so close. You got that 11.
Yeah.
Thank you, Warcaster.
Yeah,
okay.
thank God for
all
peace.
right. So the creature backed into a corner is got to make its save, which is DC 18.
Wisdom, yeah.
Okay, here we go. It succeeds.
So it takes 6.
Half.
Yeah.
6 is still enough to kill it.
Thank God.
So, burning spirits burst forth from the heart of Ramus Krill, flying invisibly around the room, shrieking terribly, and the thing is just torn apart by them. They just fly through it, and it like burns up and turns to dust. Its failed funeral finally complete. There you go.
All right, well, let's take
Yeah.
a break right then, and then we'll figure out exactly what the fuck we're going to do. This is perfect timing, rather than starting up a conversation. So we will take a break here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you in a couple days. And we'll be right back here on Twitch with part 2 of episode 98 of Court of Swords. We'll see you guys in just a bit.